All right. Well, that's it then, huh? Anything else,
All right.
fellas? It's good to see you guys again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we're back on track. I apologize. Last week I almost died the day we were going to record the podcast.
Oh yeah, did Chad? Did you have the COVID?
Well, I'm still feeling a little bit rough, but I don't know. I tested positive for 2 weeks in a row.
Huh?
Really?
I think
Well, I'm
weed
glad you made it
smokers
through.
have a distinct
gotta-
The
advantage
weed
over
would
it.
kill it.
I got a at least my origin story is that my contact tracing was cool. We had a shooting here in Sierra Vista. Guy went crazy, went to a RV place that stores and sells RVs, shot up the place, killed a guy, wounded another guy, took off into the desert. They shut down the whole highway because they were afraid he was going to carjack somebody and get away. Took them hours. They finally found him using drones and stuff. Captured the guy, arrested him, and they found out while they're questioning him, he abandoned a 8-month-old baby at home when he went out to go murdering. So the fucking fire department hauls ass over and gets this baby and grabs a baby bag from the house and takes it to the hospital where Jenny's working, and Jenny gets tasked with taking care of this baby. So she's has to find it some clothes. It doesn't have any clothes on. She finds it some clothes in this bag and dresses it. Well, she finds like a little Matchbox car and a Pokemon card in there and a positive pregnancy test. So she tells the fucking people, she go, hey, there's another kid involved in this because this baby doesn't play with these,
Right.
toys. And so you might want to look around more. And and so then she does spends the whole night taking care of this baby, and then the next day after she comes back home, then she comes down with COVID and says oh fuck, maybe that was a positive COVID test.
Oh wow.
I told her, oh fuck, we got COVID from a murderer's baby. Damn.
Nice.
Wow.
That's
Fuck
a
yeah,
contact
dude.
tracing story right there.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. We should have led with that story. Chaille, cut that into the beginning of the
I'll
episode.
put that in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least let's do a White Lotus. Let's start with the beginning of that story, and then we'll. Hey, you want to hear how this ends? You got to watch the whole thing.
All right.
That
Yeah.
was fucking
Perfect.
great. Holy shit.
Chad's just sitting on that.
Yeah. What happened to the baby? Is the baby going to be okay?
I never even got the fucking end of the story because the whole night, my first question was like, well, where's the mother? Because Jenny worked the whole shift holding that baby. And I was like, did he murder the mother?
And that was a good instinct with the Pokemon card, because why would a grown adult, well, I mean, this day and age, but a grown adult have one Pokemon card tucked into the diaper bag?
Yeah, and a little car.
Yeah.
Definitely
seems like there was a brother or a sister or someone was around that.
Yep. And we have no idea. Never, of course, you don't get the answers. Or
did they kill the dude?
No, he was a white guy.
He was waving at him, shoot me, and they're like, sir?
No, we're
Sir?
gonna take you to Burger King. Get you a nice meal, calm you down a little bit. You don't want to be shot, sir. We don't do that.
I gotta think about that. Nah, come on, buddy.
Right now it's only a misdemeanor.
Yeah, you know how much
You're white.
paperwork I'd have to do if I shot you dead? Oh my God.
They captured him.
All right, so is this the place where I break it and then we can end the podcast now?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
You picked the wrong day to be supporting Canada. Hi, Tracy.
Oh, did they lose? God damn it. No.
They lost again. They lost all 3 of their games.
Thrice slow losers, huh?
Who's gray? Who's the gray team?
The aliens, the Grays. They're winning. They're winning the real games.
They got a lot of players on the field for different countries.
All right, are we going to do this or what, Andy?
What's that?
It sounds like you've got your microphone from your camera and not your Rode mic.
Oh, wrong, man. All right, I'm gonna go into.
No, hold on. Test it by tapping the Rode
Well,
mic.
Hold the mic up to the camera.
Why do you fight us on
Hold
this?
it like this and then tap it like that.
Yeah, see, it's not working.
Not on. See, we can't hear
So
that.
remember what you did last time? Let's see if
yeah, okay. Dun, 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 dun. I need some gum. I think that guy.
Mission Impossible music?
No, the guy. I think of the guy in Die Hard.
The
guy.
Across.
The dude they installed at the front desk in Die Hard, chewing the gum and hacking into the system quick and shit. Chad knows I'm not gonna be quick about this shit. What the fuck?
I think we brought this up before. I think it's also the guy in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
When he's trying to bring everything back online after Wayne Knight foobarred the whole thing.
Settings. That's the
That's your audio right now, Andy.
Okay, system, display, sound. Okay, motherfucker, where are you?
Lower left-hand corner.
God damn it.
Oh, wait, Erickson, you got a Windows machine. Is it in the lower left?
Sound. Okay, wait, there I got the sound.
Where is it? I don't remember. Oh,
It was where the
bottom
microphone
left.
was. It's bottom left. Okay, this is the same as in the Mac.
Yeah.
Choose your it's a microphone high def audio device and micro. It's not even showing the roads on.
Should be at the top. Select a microphone.
Yeah, choose your input device and it says microphones. And where the roads is, it's not showing the fucking road. So
is your microphone plugged in?
yeah. I've been having trouble with that fucking
Clearly.
thing where it says device not recognized and it keeps fucking doing that shit.
I guess what we could do is have you turn your input level down, because what's happening is it's like you're coming in pretty hot.
Okay.
We like it when Andy comes in hot.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I see that. Well, that's master. That's just volume though.
That's not speaker volume, your input volume.
Input volume. I don't even see that.
On your microphone setting.
It'd probably be under audio settings at the bottom of that list.
But then that's controlled by my Rode microphone now.
No.
Okay. So
does this sound?
Andy.
Does this make any difference if I turn this dial?
Andy,
No.
the Rode microphone is not in use right now. Your machine doesn't recognize it. So it's as if it's invisible. Let's just pretend it's invisible right now.
All right. Okay.
Go down to that microphone. Go ahead.
So here's the deal. In the lower left corner where that microphone icon is, and that little caret, arrow that you can click on, right? You know what I'm talking about?
2 apps are using this microphone.
Oh, Jesus. He's not focusing on what you're trying to tell me.
Andy's not. I can already tell you, Andy's not in the same spot you guys are, because he was not. He doesn't have select a microphone. He has something about an audio input.
Yeah, he's
device.
in a Windows. He's in a Windows.
Yeah, he's in a different window than us.
And also, I thought that we were starting an hour ago, and I ate edibles an hour ago.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Excellent.
Why did you think it was an hour?
That's why I'm not worrying about it. I mean,
He doesn't know where set the.
I'm lost in it. Okay, some desktop apps may have. This don't make sense. I didn't take a hallucinogenic.
What are you reading right now?
Choose your micro. I'm in a page. It's for micro. It says microphone apps.
All right, here. Andy.
Microphone access for this device is on. Okay.
I thought the same thing.
Andy, see down here in the lower left-hand corner.
Well, I can't see the screen anymore. Hang on.
No, look.
All right, hey. Okay, what is that? Okay, that's your
Okay,
phone.
here's the screen you're looking at. You want to see this thing down here? This trying to figure out how to get this. Okay, see right down here in the lower
The little
lower
microphone.
left-hand corner, there's a little microphone icon, and then
On
to the left of the icon,
on
there's a little arrow pointing up. You want to click on that.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
It's a new angle. I'm intrigued.
That's the micro, the little arrow. Okay.
And at the
And then
bottom of that, when you click on that arrow, you should get a whole menu of options.
Like this.
Audio
bottom.
settings.
At the click on audio settings,
Okay, microphone.
microphone, and then
Output
you can-
level.
Okay, we're in the right spot.
input
Right?
level, microphone
see.
volume. Just bring that down some
Okay.
and keep talking so we can.
All right. Now I got
That's
it
too
down.
much.
Now bring it up a
Back
little
up.
bit.
Keep talking while you're doing
Okay.
it.
All right. Test 1 check.
There we
check.
go. Keep going.
Right
A little
there,
more.
right there.
All right.
Hold on a second. Let's
Woo.
hear it.
Yeah. All right. How's this sound?
That
That's
sounds
good.
pretty
And
good.
not only did I eat the edibles an hour ago, I ate more than it's like in my mouth. I was like, wait, that feels like it's thicker than it should be. So I had 3 of them, and then I just had another one to even it out. I don't like odd numbers.
This doesn't feel right. I'm gonna take some more.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Erickson, while you're at it, can you bump your input level up a little bit?
Sure, man.
Thank you. Do you need?
How do we
you
do
need
it
Andy
again?
to tell you where
Bumping
to find it?
volumes.
How do we do it?
Well, shit, man. I don't even need that Rode mic then. I think it's a cable problem with that, though, because it keeps saying it's not being recognized, and I fling the cable thing around, and then it says it,
I can
works.
send you a pre-podcast check, actually pre-weed podcast
Right.
checklist on how
Well,
to
the
bring
difference-
it up and do like the test that I do every time before we do a podcast, and it's real quick, and then you just leave it up. You don't make any changes. You don't reboot your computer, and it's working. Or
I think-
you can just do this every single fucking time.
I think we should do
Yeah.
this every time. How does that sound? Is that
I
better?
think
That's better. Thank
but
you.
I think
Sounds
the
pretty
weed
good.
helps because I didn't get worked up about it.
That's true.
I was just like, oh man, here we go again. And if I'm not way high, then I get mad at myself for such shit. So thank you, edibles.
Whoa, the real hero with the edibles, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
that
We're off.
I went and got them today, thinking, oh yeah, it's podcast day. So
Cheers.
uh-huh.
Welcome to Issues with Andy, everybody. We got all of our
yeah,
issues
get
figured
your
out.
volumes, get your
Problem
volume.
solved. Show's over.
And hey, man, before tackling any problem, get high.
Moral of the story.
At least, have some edibles around in case it gets chaotic.
So if a pilot has trouble landing a plane,
They don't do
you should
shit.
take your
man.
advice and get high.
Basically, they just sit there and the computer does all that shit. If there's a computer problem, you don't want to be too stressed out, so you want to be high. So I think you don't want to catch a pilot being high, but if he's high while flying a plane, and that I get it. I'm that way too.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah, they
I
fly
was-
themselves. You don't really even need anybody. up there.
Not necessarily, because I watched this one guy is I think it's called 747 crew or something. He's a pilot that flies. He does usually heavy, like heavy loads and stuff like that. He's in a freight plane, but he basically takes people send him clips, and then he deconstructs what's going on. And it's those ones where like the plane is coming in at an angle, like sideways with a side wind. And he just breaks down like what's happening and what's like, okay, you'll hear an alarm. And it's like, you didn't even hear the alarm the first time, but he's picking up on all this stuff. And he shows me plenty of these videos where these guys bounce off the runway. That's
Yeah,
not a computer doing that.
Yeah.
No, those pilots are like DJs, man. They're like, they look like they're doing a lot of shit, but if you actually peer up over, there's like,
Sure.
there's no knob. There's not,
Yeah.
those knobs aren't
They're,
hooked.
they're
anything.
checking to make sure a lot of automated shit's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, 98% of the
Exactly.
time they could be sleeping. I
Hey,
get it.
Steve, you bumped into the autopilot switch again.
Yeah,
Put
they
that
always
back
look
on.
they always look like they're just like just guys in a room when they come out of the, when you see the pilots, they're like, they're not really doing anything. They're just back there. And,
Well, usually when you do see the pilots, they're done flying the plane. I'll be honest.
Right, right, but they
There's not
don't
that much to do once you park.
right.
If you see a pilot while
Uh-huh.
the plane is in the air, there's nothing to be done at that moment.
I think the hardest part.
It's not like, oh shit. It's like, hey, I'm on break. I said I'm on break.
I may
Union
have told
rules.
you guys when I was about, I think I was about 12 or 13. My dad decided to get his pilot's license. He was going to be well, that was when he was opening his Alaska business to be a guide. And,
how old was he?
I don't remember. He's 70 now.
Okay.
But he's got like a learning reading disability type thing his whole life. So I basically read all of his stuff to him. So I did all the reading parts of his flying stuff, college classes that he took to get his flying. So I learned all that shit when I was a kid, and flying is pretty much easy when you're in the air. It's the landing and taking off is the only time you got shit to do. But
yeah. Well, it's kind of like the old joke about, falling out of a plane.
Yeah.
Not the fall that kills you, it's the sudden stop at the end.
It's the hitting the ground.
Yeah. I don't know. All due respect to your dad, Chad, I'm not positive I would want a bush pilot who, wasn't a reader.
He never did anything with it. He didn't. He just hired bush pilots. He never did. He just had it.
Did he ever go up in a plane and like take the stick and?
He went up with me and he let me fly while I was in the air with.
Well, sure, you were basically teaching him.
He was grateful.
You were the instructor.
He let me do stuff like that. And then part of my plan before I joined the military was I was going to go up and be their bush pilot, since I basically had all the book learning. I was going to go up and do that.
There's a place.
How did you not smuggle? You should have ended up.
I definitely would have. That's what I could see that evolving into that if I would have got into flying.
You don't get those counselors at school that go, Chad, what I think might work for you.
I'm looking at your numbers here, Chad. Yeah. You have a propensity to for addiction. You like weed, and it says here you're actually accredited to do instrument flying.
The book you're supposed to read is called "What Color Is My Parachute?" And strangely enough, your career involves parachutes.
Yeah, you cheated on the aptitude test, so we're thinking something sketchy is right up your alley. Clearly, you have the morality for it. Law breaking.
That's basically what the military does. They just have to hold off on those teen years. And now they don't even have to hold off on the teen years. They get them with video games probably before teen years.
Well, didn't they extend the age? They opened up the age. Like you could actually enlist older.
Down to 5.
Oh, older.
No, older. They needed more people that were senior.
Yeah, I'd like to die a hero somewhat.
Should Issues with Andy join the army? Should that be our next Patreon?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys remember the kid that was hanging around here for 2 years, living in our front yard in a trailer?
Gump?
Remember Gump?
Yeah.
You don't want a military full of Gumps. You need
No.
to spread it out a little bit. You need some life experience. And some
I think he
people that
needs
have
some gumption.
Yeah, gumption.
Oh man, would a sergeant have fun with that name?
Too easy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, what was Stripes was like
that was kind of the idea, right?
Yeah, but they were like, I wonder what age Bill Murray was when they filmed Stripes. I'm like, 20 years
30?
plus that now.
Was he over?
He was supposed to be too old really to join the troops, or it was a high end thing, but I can't imagine. What is the age limit?
I think when I was in, it was 36. I don't know what it is now.
It all depends. Yeah, I didn't. I was reading something. I mean, I should know this, but I just went to Kokio. How would I know history? Really? Jimmy Carter was people were had to fill out their draft cards during Jimmy Carter. I didn't realize that.
What?
Well, this is a quote. This is something I learned on Twitter, so it could be inaccurate. That Jimmy Carter reinstated the draft for people had to, sign up and fill out their. I'm 18 years old.
We had to fill out.
I did that too. Yeah,
that's selective service.
Selective service.
Right.
Yeah,
still have to do that.
There was a draft in there.
Okay, right. There ain't no draft no more.
No.
Well, I figured I better join up before I got drafted.
There was one once.
There ain't no draft, Ox.
So the requirements for U.S. military enlisted soldiers, the maximum age is 35. Warrant officers, I don't know what that is. 30. Flight training is 32 years, while officer technical training is 46.
Just missed it.
Just missed it.
Yeah, I'm out again.
Do they have like a one of those like the old timer baseball camps where we could go to like a week of the army, just do the fun stuff?
Yeah, the reality shows on TV now.
Let's just go to grab a chunk of border and like welcome in Mexicans. We're guarding it for bringing them in if they want to come in, and people who want to leave too.
They're putting up the shipping container wall right down here where I like to fucking
I saw those.
Pissing me the fuck off.
Those are fucking an eyesore. And
what is it, Chad? What are you talking about?
Right down here by the Montezuma Pass, they're putting up a shipping container wall. They're stacking shipping containers one on top of another and building a fucking shitty wall that makes no fucking sense, because right down the road is a dirt road that you can accidentally drive into Mexico on. I know because I've done it.
Also, those shipping containers are filled with Mexicans, so it's not going to work.
Or maybe they're just going to have them there so they can load them up, and then they pull in with a semi and take them away.
Oh God, it's so fucking.
Well, they need to know where to dig the tunnel. So if you put a shipping container wall there, they know if they go right under that, they're good. They come out on the other side.
Finish line.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's disrupting the goddamn, I don't know what it's doing for the migration of people. They're just fucking moving around, and that doesn't bother me, but it's fucking up the migration of the animals that I like to hunt.
Yeah,
and,
that's true.
Piss me off.
Oh man.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing it in Yuma too.
Fucking Biden,
they're double stacking them.
Also, the thing is that it's a windy dirt road that's not designed for those big fucking trucks hauling repeated thing, and they're tearing the fuck out of the roads, man. So I don't know. It's pissing me off. I'm getting political now because it's impacting me.
See, you got to vote, Chad.
Yeah, I like how Chad doesn't have any concern. Chad, the least of Chad's equation, and not even part of Chad's equation, are the people.
I don't give a fuck about any of that other part of it.
Yeah, so you have to get political to not get political in that.
I'm a NIMBY.
Well, it seems like such a fucking like overkill or something, and they're gonna get across anyway if they want.
Well, if there's one thing we have a glut of in this country, it is shipping containers, because China ships products over here in shipping containers.
So that's what
they don't want the shipping containers back.
I bought one. I have one in my backyard.
They're great.
It's like a storage shed.
Oh, wow. Have you checked it to make sure there's no people trying to sneak in?
Yeah, I check it once in a while. That's where I keep my bicycle. So.
Your bike is the only thing in there?
Yeah.
32-foot container. We have to put 2 of those on property here because of the fire, so that all the contents of Doug's house is going to be put into the containers. And
they're the easiest, best, watertight, cheapest storage. Chaille. I looked.
Well, they wanted to put them in the yard, and I'm like, you're gonna wait, hold on. You're gonna put 2 containers. They're not going to be 35 footers. They're going to be like storage, like those U-Haul pack or U-Pack ones. But I go, you just put them out on the street where we've got tons of parking that no one is parking in right now because there's no one at the in the main house. So yeah, so they decided to do that. I mean, I just couldn't see putting everything like tucked away back into the yard when you could just load everything out front. But I guess we got some major issues with the previous structure.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't. I don't know the details. It had to do with the solar, though.
No,
okay. All right.
You certainly aren't one
there's
for
a
details.
podcast that already covers all this. Probably.
Yeah. So
anyone's interested, in finding out what
911. The first responders are fucking heroes. I was
Didn't you
just
see
thinking
his Instagram, Andy?
What's that?
There was
I saw the
out
Instagram
where we like looked at the damage and we just videotaped it that night.
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny. Doug had the burning down the house clip, and that was what I blared out when there was a fire in my dorm room. I guess it's the go-to whenever there's a fire. There should be more burning out there. I know there are more.
How about the roof? The roof.
Yeah, there's a bunch of burning shit, but that one kind of caught the essence of it.
Burning for you, man.
Yeah.
What's your call, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was going to send like a few days ago. I hope I'm not too late to say I'm just thankful everybody's okay. I'm sure.
Yeah, you're too late.
Yeah.
It's meaningless.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's obviously okay.
Exactly like does it matter when the thoughts and prayers arrive? Oh, I'm sorry, my thoughts and prayers got there awkwardly late.
You could probably piggyback them on some sort of new issue or tragedy.
I thought about trying to, a GoFundMe for the roof and all, but
I saw just earlier today, Stanhope was joking on the Twitter about having the insurance pay for him to stay at the plaza for the whole month until his show on New Year's Eve. And then Jonathan Jossel, the owner of the plaza, responded and said, "Let's do it." And Stanhope was like, "Oh shit." So Stanhope might be out of town for a while, looks like.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, he's gonna have a crew up there for about 6 weeks minimum working on the place, and he's gonna be in Vegas. I mean, he's got to oversee. I mean, this is how it's like. Why the fuck is that over there? Well, you weren't here to tell him you didn't want it over there.
I'd assumed he just would put you as the overseer.
Yeah, he needs somebody there, but it doesn't need to be Doug Stanhope.
I mean,
you got one job, Chaille.
Yeah, you could hold a camera and he could make decisions poolside. They do give you the housing budget.
Right, over there, left, right, no. And then
my left, your right.
Wait, is his camera flipped? I don't know how this fucking works.
Right now, I just see your nose. I just see your nose. Go, come on.
Yeah. Gas garage is backwards on your shirt. Oh fuck! This whole thing's reversed.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. So
I'm glad everyone's safe too.
Suits a little late. I already did that. You're just trying to tag onto my sympathies.
Oh fuck!
Jesus Christ!
So Erickson, what did you do? You were going to go to Thanksgiving at a chef's house,
dude. So I had Thanksgiving at Mitchell and I went to Chef Philip Franklin Lee. And his wife Margarita's house, and it was the most brilliant meal I've ever had. I recommend, if you can go to a Thanksgiving dinner at a Michelin rated chef's home that he's preparing everything, you should accept.
Yeah, that's bold of you to go out on that limb.
Way to go out on a limb there.
I know. It sounds
Who says
crazy.
No to that?
I understand that it sounds crazy, but yeah, this dude's he's incredible, and the food was amazing, and we had a great time. So we totally lucked out in that this guy and his wife were like two of the very first people we met when we got to Austin, and they had just moved here too, so they didn't really know anybody. So
swingers.
Yeah, well, I mean, if in a food
Oh,
sense, we were definitely
uh-huh.
swinging.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
you
know,
would
Andy.
swing probably.
Once you taste that dessert, you might want to get in on
Yeah.
this swing.
We had like all of the traditional Thanksgiving foods, and then we also had brisket. We also had I don't even know how to pronounce this. What's the really expensive kind of beef that is like Wagyu steak or
Oh yeah.
Wagyu beef?
Wagyu, yeah.
I don't know how to
Wagyu.
pronounce it, but I've seen it.
It's, I mean, all of the food was top shelf. And here's the thing that Mitchell and I noticed about when you're dealing with a chef like that, like all of the meat was absolutely perfectly cooked. Like
Sure.
like it was just like the brisket was crispy on the outside and then a little bit gray and then a nice pink center, like uniform. It looked like, like it was a Hollywood production, CGI. Like all of it was perfect like that. There wasn't one fuck up. And he cooked all of this shit while having conversations with all kinds of people, at the same time. Like it's incredible. So also I brought stuffing, so it was a big hit.
Sure, everybody appreciated
Yeah,
that.
they're like, what's this?
You go to the Michelin star chef.
We're supposed to bring
and it's
something.
like so much food, and it's like, it looks like CGI. It's so great, and you bring a thing of
Here,
stovetop
eat this.
stuffing.
It's Grandma Betsy's world famous stuffing recipe, and it's really good. But it was up in the majors on Thursday, and it may have buckled a knee on a curveball and struck out.
Did they have stuffing there as well?
They did, but they didn't have it. They didn't have a lot of it. And in his list of, he didn't list it. I didn't know that there was going to be stuffing because he didn't list it. He listed all the stuff he was cooking, but he didn't list stuffing. I guess I should have assumed it. But it was really good though. We had a great time. So
what did people think about your stuffing? I mean, was it a pretty good response?
It was good. No, my stuffing's good.
People mention it all?
I don't do stovetop. I do like homemade stuffing, and I don't dry out the bread. That's the key. That's the mistake most people make.
What?
They dry out.
No, you got to dry out the bread.
No, absolutely incorrect.
Well,
you don't want your stuffing to be dry. You want your stuffing to be moist. So what you do is you ball up your bread, and then you pass it under a water faucet that's just dripping. You get it just a little bit damp. You ball it all up, and then you tear it up, and then you mix it in with some eggs and some other stuff and make a big mush. And then it's good.
I'm hoping this
don't dry out your bread, everybody. Don't listen to Chaille.
This could turn into the new
I beat
Nicolas
Chaille
Cage
in a
fight.
cooking
That's
contest.
what I was just thinking, Andy.
Want to go back to politics, Chad?
No, I liked it. Andy was just saying it could be the new Nicolas Cage argument, and I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm right again.
I've got some politics in the canon too, if you guys get into them. So, did you know Cochise County is in the national news where me and Chaille live for being an embarrassment to the
on top of that, Chad, I just found this out today. Is they're hearing this in the courthouse in Bisbee.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I've been following this story, and but maybe you guys can give the update of what's going on. It's basically this is the one county that refuses to certify the results, right? Is that do I have that right?
Yeah, they are like believing the election deniers, and they say the election voting machines weren't certified or something, but they also acknowledge that this is basically just political grandstanding, and it's the only thing that we can kind of do to protest that we say that it's stolen, but we know that we don't have any kind of proof, so we're just saying this. And the funny part of it to me is that they're risking disenfranchising the whole county.
47,000 votes.
Which is way over the top Republican voters anyway. They all voted, the whole county overwhelmingly. But if it does, so what could happen is it could flip two things, 2 seats from Republican to Democrat if they do this. So they're essentially shooting
Excellent.
themselves in the foot for
Wow.
it's kind of funny to me. And the only
Yeah.
reason I know about it is because I thought you guys might talk about it, and it's in Cochise County, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's cool to be near a national embarrassment.
Adjacent.
Yeah, like when Coquille stood proud in front of them empty storefronts to protect against Antifa, they represented all of us that grew up there. Fucking, actually, they weren't though. They were probably more recent implants, like how people always resent, well, they're not really from here. They're carpet, but it's like I lived, 20 years in Coquille. I didn't once stand up for local business.
Don't you California my Coquille.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's got an Indian, the town's named after an Indian tribe. So, you shouldn't even be, you should be waving Antifa in and asking them to sell jerky. I mean, hopefully they get Indians too. I don't think Antifa has really good production. I don't know. I shouldn't speak about Antifa as I'm
Hey,
a
those
member.
guys did a good job. Was there an Antifa takeover of Coquille?
It's possible.
No, was there?
No.
They protected it.
Yeah,
That's right.
Prevented
It's hard
it.
to argue with results.
That's right.
right. But maybe there's cells of Antifa that's even in Coquille. That could be black, but I don't know. It's I'm hopefully, I don't know. It's just we're never away from elections, but it feels like we're kind of at a break. If Carrie Lake would shut her hole, then elections would be over. And that cunt in Colorado won.
They still got the Georgia debacle.
We still get to watch Herschel Walker.
Yeah,
fucking diarrhea all over the place with his
Herschel
mouth.
Walker, man, what a fucking storied career, and I don't mean on the football field. And he hasn't even done politics neither. He's just run amok with women and shit. Is he really a politician? Didn't he just decide to run?
No, he's a cop. You saw his badge,
right? He's a cop and a father.
Christian. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I love when he's speaking to those groups because he holds them hostage. They got to a clap because he's on their team or whatever, but he's just like goes on these long, weird fucking tracks, man.
The stories are just fucking insane.
Yeah. It's interesting that I didn't know that movie he was talking about, but it's just how he's back and forth even on that shit. And it's like, dude must have a crazy, he said
vampire werewolf movie.
Yeah, he said he had a multiple personality disorder that he's overcome or whatever, but that must be some interesting dialogue. Yeah, he's overcome it.
The latest one was great. It was he did it either yesterday or the day before about building a wall, because I think someone said you got to talk about the wall. That kind of gets the Republicans fired up, and he started talking the story about a wall, and then but when you come over and you can get through that wall just like my house, you can get over that wall, but then you get on that wall, I got a dog. Now that dog gonna bite you, but my dog, he don't bite. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What are you?
Yeah.
I think Herschel Walker wants everyone to have dogs on the border,
or just build your own
dog.
If it wasn't for all the wife beating and stuff, it would make for a great Disney movie. A guy that ill-equipped to be a senator becomes a senator.
That is, that's like it's like Gus the kicking donkey. By some weird thing he gets in because he even announces in plenty of interviews that his main residence is Texas.
Yeah.
That should disqualify him right there.
I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that you think that just like have some basic, fucking entry level. You must have this qualification to apply and shit like that. It seems to be all loopholed now all of a sudden. I mean, maybe it's been loopholed for a while, but like, you know.
I mean, I like the idea that anyone can become a representative. That's awesome. But this isn't what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, you know, or some guy that's going to really get in there, and he's self-taught, up by his bootstraps, goes in there and really goes and fights for the people of his constituents. Not this fucker.
Mhm.
I don't know what I mean.
But it's
It's
the
so
same
fucking
state.
crazy.
But it's that
Yeah.
same state where Marjorie Taylor Greene won by like a fucking huge percentage too. So it's not like it's an accident. These people know what they're doing. They don't want.
But do they know what they're doing?
They have to.
This doesn't help anything.
I think. Wouldn't it just be a bunch of people who are like into hatred and be like, "Fuck everybody else, fuck yeah"?
Well, yeah, that's what it
Here's
is.
the
You know
well,
what I
just
mean?
just to throw this in to be devil's advocate, would you rather have a brother who believes in Jesus, or one who believes that vampires are
I would rather be a werewolf.
Vampires can be killed by
werewolves are
vampires.
tougher than vampires, or
No, it's
Jesus?
all equally plausible. So, I mean, if you're gonna believe in Jesus, then you might as well believe in vampire werewolves.
It's just another vampire.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That should be a
another
debate
blood
question.
sacrifice. That's all
It's
it
like
is.
the Lestat movie, and then the one with the teenage kid movies. They're both in those environments, but they've got different kinds of vampires, different kinds of living dead.
Mhm.
They should,
Jesus was a vampire. We solved it, everybody.
well, eventually.
A zombie.
I mean, he received
Come
blood.
back from the
That's
dead.
what they took him to the cave, and he was down several pints. That cave was
Right.
basically like the first NFL protocol tent, but they had to pump a bunch of blood into it.
They had him in concussion protocol for 3 days. He was
Yeah.
a little
They kept him
loose.
in.
The Romans roughed him up pretty good.
Well,
I
we all
wish-
know whose fault it was. It wasn't the Romans' fault. The Romans
Yeah.
did it, but we know whose fault it was.
Well, yeah. It was, yeah. We
Some
can't
other
say-
people.
Can't say it without wearing a mask over your head.
Have you? Yeah, I saw that just today.
Yeah, me too.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yee.
Yay!
I think it's yay.
yay.
Does it count in Monopoly or in
Yeah,
Scrabble?
yay, because of Kanye. He just took the
Kanye.
Y.
Well, what about Yeezys?
That's true.
Yeezys. Yeezys. Gosh, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's why most white people still call him Kanye, because we're not really sure how to say it.
Yeah,
We don't want to get it wrong.
I just call him Y.
So, what are the chances that that was really Kanye under that mask on Alex Jones, or
I think it was Triumph, the insult dog.
the Jews are a good group of people for me to poop on?
Hitler's mustache is poop.
Hitler had some good idea.
Oh man,
That would be funny. It wouldn't be on Alex Jones if it was funny. What? Yeah.
What? I didn't even hear about this. I'm pulling
so
the picture up
Kanye
now.
was on Alex Jones today, and
Okay.
he's wearing a full gimp suit style total head covering mask, and he's going
there he
off.
is.
He praised Nazis.
What was the
He
point of
said he-
wearing the mask?
Yeah.
What's that?
What was the point of wearing the mask? I don't
I'm
understand.
not sure.
That would require us to watch more than the 15 seconds that we forced ourselves to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a part where Alex Jones even says, "Oh man, I don't agree with that." So
Yeah,
mean, when you
that's the
got
censored
Alex
version.
Jones
That's
going,
Alex Jones
"Bro."
censored though.
Yeah.
Alex Jones would have believed it a while ago, but now he's
Maybe.
like, you know, that Holocaust actually, you might want to tone that down a little bit. They might get lawyers
yeah,
together.
you're probably right.
Yeah,
Parents
this
of
was
the
Alex
Holocaust
Jones'
are going to
PR
come
guy.
after Alex Jones next.
Isn't he on the hook for like $1 billion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, not quite. Like
Because you look at
980
behind
million.
Chaille is a couple of broke motherfuckers.
One's getting broker. I just saw if this is Kanye, I just saw that in my news feed it came up 200,000 a month child support
Yeah.
for Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
who's rich beyond belief by herself.
Yeah.
$200,000 a month.
Where do you come up with a number like that? Why
Yeah,
is
how
it,
do you justify a number?
why
like
is a
that?
kid
Security.
why is a kid of a rich person need more money to be raised than
That's
a kid of a poor person?
$50,000 a kid per month. There's 4
So,
kids.
I would
Yeah,
have
so
made a
that's
baby
what
with
about,
him.
so that's 8, it's probably what, about $1,700 a day per kid.
There's
Kid's
gotta be
pulling down 1,000, almost $2,000 a day. Just being a kid.
There's got to be some kidnappers plotting right now because those are some valuable ass kids.
Totally, man.
That's
Should Issues with Andy kidnap a kid?
it's 16, it's a little bit over $1,600 a day for each kid for a 30-day month. And that's like 2.5 million a year.
That's every day. That's not like you go to work, you make your $1,600 when you're at work and you have weekends off. This kid gets paid 16 a day, $1,600 a day, every day. It's good work if you can get it.
Isn't you're familiar with the movie White Men Can't Jump? Isn't there a scene where the guy goes in to rob the mini mart and he recognizes him with this? It's like Ye sitting there. I said I'm gonna go with Ye. Fuck it. But dude, you're wearing the mask. You're wearing the mask, and you don't have to wear it. You're on Alex Jones. It's the one place you don't have to wear that mask. is sitting there with Alex.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what maybe it represents something, you know.
It sure does, man. He's
the
a
way he's been, covered and masked and stifled.
It's weird when somebody who has that much money goes crazy. Because it's not like if he was, poor and crazy, he would be locked up and there'd be some, crisis counselors dragging him in all the time. But he's got dough, so he gets to be fucking publicly crazy.
Well, yeah, but plus
Britney Spears' dad should be in charge of that guy.
Yeah, he's got a fucking firm hand that Kanye could use.
He's got experience.
So explain, maybe I don't understand. So they announced him as the guest today is Kanye West.
Uh-huh.
This fellow next to me wearing a mask is Kanye West.
The unknown comic.
Or did they say that this is our guest who's going to say something inflammatory?
I don't know how they introduced him, but
why would you introduce him as Kanye West and then wear a mask?
Well,
I think that he wasn't trying to hide the fact that he was Kanye West. I think the mask is some sort of statement other than trying to.
It's like that. It's like that crazy fucking headwear that Nick Cannon wears, and it's like he started it and now he can't stop.
It's turban.
Or Pharrell's hat, that little fucking that Haas's hat from Bonanza.
Mm-hmm.
Pharrell Williams.
I always saw an out of context clip. I have no idea what happened or anything. I thought it was funny.
There's some great clips already floating around from this thing where there's one part where he says, "I love Nazis." Just to get you to that point, like, all right, what were we just talking about? How did I end up saying that?
I think he's pulling a big, like a Blazing Saddles type of. Hey, where the white women at? He's trying to trick us.
So this is what happens when you're the world's preeminent musical artist for the last 20 years, and then you lose your super rich, hot girlfriend to fucking Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
and it just shatters your ego into 1,000 pieces, and then you've got to put yourself back together. And right now, the parts didn't go back together right.
No.
He's
missing. He's like Potato Head. He's missing the eyes and ears.
Yeah, he's all discombobulated, man. He needs some more time to understand what happened to him, because there's no way that fucking dipshit white boy should have gotten my wife. Kim
Kardashian went from basically Yeezy is a fashion maven. He had a line of shoes and all this stuff, and it was crazy what he was doing with it. But then she went from him to Pete Davidson, who owns nothing but sweats. He doesn't own a pair of pants or a
He's
collar
not a-
shirt.
Yeah, and he does Taco
He's
Bell
doing the
commercials.
fucking Taco Bell commercials wearing Erickson's outfit right now.
And
He did that. It's like, hey, this isn't rehearsal, dude.
Yeah.
Weren't you supposed to be in makeup?
And he's one of the only dumb people to wear those dumb Yeezy shoes.
Probably.
Yeah, because he's too sweet and dumb to be like, to hate Kanye. So he's like, yeah, I love these shoes, man.
Yeah.
Great.
I wonder
has
if
no ill
I wonder
will.
if Ye sought comfort in Bruce Jenner. Oh, man, I'm saying it wrong. Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh, no.
That's one fucked up family.
Just cried on
yeah, it's like,
Caitlin's
come here,
shoulder. Get a little titty.
that'd be cool if that became a couple.
Hey, that's where the white women are at.
Yeah.
I would
Caitlyn
watch
Jenner.
that. I would watch that miniseries.
Oh, without a doubt.
Maybe they could get Gary Busey to live next door. Be the Kramer.
Talk to Busey over the fence like Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except he's staring in the window.
Wilson.
I don't know. I think Gary might be untouchable now. He's a public masturbator.
Oh, that's
Wait, what?
look. I don't even know about that, but
Takes one to know one, Andy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he taught me about cutting in line, but I could have taught him about masturbating in public.
Well, you have a
Like,
better
get some
name
distance
for it.
between you and people. What you don't want to see while you're outside masturbating is a pedestrian or an onlooker. I think, other
Right.
people, that's their goal. And I think Gary was just having a bad day, and that's how he reacted, by jerking off on a public bench in front of onlookers,
Wait, for real? That's what
pedestrians, and
happened?
possible tourists.
He was on a public bench?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know the details, but I know he went a little San Diego.
Oh, I don't know
San
what that-
Diego will do that to you, man.
Yeah.
You just feel so much love when you're in San Diego. It's all around you. Beautiful there. Oh, goodness.
Oh my God, there's pictures.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on. Hold
What?
on.
When did this happen?
Oh, somewhere after Buddy Holly.
Every day it's getting closer.
Yeah. That was my favorite part of Celebrity Rehab, I think it was, where they brought in his movies and they played Buddy Holly and he watched in the back of the room welling up.
Oh my God.
I mean, come on. He either shit his pants or he's getting ready.
Gary.
Yeah. I mean, that's
It's-
like, I mean, if it's if you're down with, it's like, that's no way to get back at a corporation. Whatever you're upset about, sir. If that is that's
Yeah.
like, it's basically the, set yourself on fire move or whatever. It's like,
Right.
you publicly, I give up and I'm going to just jack off and be I was like, I'd say, that's why I thought of him as a Kanye West roommate, because they're
Right.
both a little crazy, but they both think they were helping each other.
Yeah.
I mean, can we file this under no publicity is bad publicity?
See, that's where I'd sit
That
down and go,
good?
Gary, you don't remember me, but you taught me about cutting in line at Robert Evans' party. And you were fucking right. I was joining the line. I shouldn't have joined. But sir, what you're doing, hit a bike trail, bro.
Mm.
But
Yeah, there's not even a tree.
and he's
You know what I
trying
mean?
too
Not to
hard
say
too.
that
Look
a
at he's
tree's
giving it
okay.
that like Lethal Weapon fucking character. He's jerking off. That ain't
Yeah,
Buddy
he
Holly
did.
jerking off. Buddy Holly'd use a little spittle and be discreet.
What's his shirt say?
Dogs.
Imagine selling a shirt to like, oh
Yeah.
man, Gary Busey bought one of our shirts. And
Yeah,
That's
it's the
cool.
opposite.
what
It's
could
the
go
opposite.
wrong?
There were
Oh,
no
it's a-
dogs
It's
in
it's Bodhi Dogs, BODHI.
Power of dog.
Power of Dogs.
The power of dogs. It drove another guy mad. Who was the actor that was pissed off about it?
I don't.
Fuck, man, who was that? There was an actor who was
No, he was on
mustache.
yeah, he's the dude.
The dude,
He's
yeah,
Oh, Jeff
he's the guy-
Bridges.
no, not the dude, but Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Oh, Sam Elliott. Yeah.
But Sam Elliott he wasn't mad about the no dog part. He was mad about the whole
The whole thing.
gayness of it.
Andy, you're the only one who was mad that there were no dogs in the Power of Dog.
I mean,
You understand that, right?
It's like watching Lassie and there's no Lassie.
I don't think that's the same.
Well, there were no dogs in Reservoir Dogs. Now that I think about
Oh, don't
That
get
guy
They
got
were the
beat in head.
dogs, Chad.
Yeah.
it.
I thought the guy getting beat in the head with the pipes was the dog. You can see why Sam Elliott wouldn't care for the gayness of a movie.
I think he partly wasn't he mad that some foreign lady from New Zealand made a cowboy movie? That was what he was mad about too. What
Yeah.
does she know about the goddamn?
Yeah, it was a
American West?
technicality, is what it was.
She's a goddamn woman.
I agree. No, I agree. The movie sucked, but it was because it was a woman director. I don't know. I don't think it sucked. It was just not. It was false advertising. Like was it? There's no way to really describe that in the thing. It's
Remember the
wide
old
sexuality, creepy, sort of creepy themes, but a Western.
unfair.
It could have easily been more about the mom's alcoholism.
By the way, Sam Elliott apologized to the actors. He said, I said some things that hurt people and I feel terrible about that. So
Yeah, it was the Ambien.
So he does have a PR person. Yeah.
The Roseanne Barr
Yeah.
excuse.
I was
defense.
high as fuck on Ambien.
Yeah.
I love women directors. I'd love to be in your movie.
They caught me when I had the right mix of alcohol and cocaine, and I spoke freely about how I felt. Sorry. I'll
Sorry
try to
for
be
the
more careful
honesty.
in the future as far as it goes. Yeah, maybe put a mask on over your face when shouting that hate speech, Sam Elliott.
Yeah, he wishes he had him. Well, I think it was on a podcast or something. Or was it? Oh, no, I
Yeah.
think it was a junket for the Yellowstone prequel is when it all came out.
Something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hope Harrison Ford doesn't do similar in the next Yellowstone prequel coming out in December.
Wait, what's happening?
Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren
Yep.
starring in the next version of 18 whatever.
Oh, really?
1890 or
Yeah.
whatever it was.
It's
1883.
1883. It's 1920 or whatever.
They're just doing each generation of Duttons.
Yeah, because they're so fucking cool. Them
Oh,
Duttons.
1923 is what it's called.
1923.
Maybe they'll do
Yeah.
the Charleston. All right.
Yeah.
Fucking Harrison
23
Ford.
skidoo.
Oh my God. We went to Vulcan Gas last night to watch some stand-up comedy, and I saw Shane Gillis. I've seen Shane a couple times. I am now of the opinion that Shane Gillis is the funniest working stand-up comedian. He fucking destroys. He does a bit about when white people used to be cool. That is the funniest. And it was like, white people used to be cool. They used to talk like this, like, man, hey, how you doing, man? Huh? And then they got the cool knocked out of them by Jackie Robinson. And the announcer stopped talking like that after Jackie Robinson started playing. Oh my God, I almost peed my pants laughing. Shane Gillis, man, what a fucking
He's great. His specials, you can watch it for free on YouTube. Just search
Yeah.
it. And his Gillis and was it Gillis and Keeves?
Gillian
Keeves.
Yeah, so
Yes.
fucking good, man.
I've
Just
watched
little
both
skits.
that special and I
Only
subscribe to that channel.
fans dad is just
Fucking
get
funny.
that one. And he does good
Yeah.
voices too. I mean,
He's good all the way around. His face, he's just got this everyman sort of quality. He reminded me of John Candy and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That kind of just like, you just start laughing when you look at him. God damn it. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis.
He was here.
He's been on this
3 weeks.
podcast.
He was
Yes,
here for
he
3
has.
weeks during the beginning of COVID. He
Mhm.
stayed here because he just lost this SNL thing, and he came right here. I don't know. We saw him in Harrisburg because that's where he's from. And Doug reached out, and he just came here as a chance to break up the monotony of people asking him what the fuck happened. And we had a blast, man. We had so much fun while he was here.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's my hero comedically and drinking.
Yeah.
That guy can drink like an 18 pack and
Wow.
not be affected. It's insane.
I remember
huge.
Doug cut his hair, and it's like it's not like that you got a haircut from Doug. It's like you let him do that. It wasn't even like you've passed out. You said, yeah, sure. It was the daytime. They were just fucking day drunk. Yeah, it was fucking horrible, man. His hair is
great. Well, if Shane Gillis is coming to your town, everybody, do anything you can to go see him. You won't regret it.
They have a really good podcast too. Him and his buddy, they do a history podcast because Shane has if he doesn't have a degree, he did go to college for a while for history. So he knows a lot of shit about American history.
Well, maybe that Jackie Robinson bit's historically accurate then. That makes it
I'll
even
pull up their
funnier.
podcast name. Yeah, he's great.
The voice is what made me think of it. I don't know why I steered us on to Shane Gillis. But
Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast is the podcast, and it's fucking great.
Mhm.
So yeah, get out there.
That's the podcast that got him fired from Saturday Night Live, isn't it?
I don't know if it was that. I think he was a guest on a podcast that got him fired.
Oh,
but
really?
whatever it was, he dodged a bullet as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah,
you know what?
Saturday
It's
Night
funny
Live
because
made a mistake that day because what Saturday Night Live should have done is not fired Shane Gillis and fired everyone else.
everyone else.
They did it exactly wrong.
You know, I've been watching something came up in my YouTube. Oh, I did a search for Second City TV. Something came up. Now I get lots of like full episodes of SCTV.
Oh man.
Fucking A, was that a
The
great
best.
show? That, I mean, just all the people from that show as well. And then you're like, boy, they fucking just totally stole everything from Saturday Night Live. Stole just about everything they could from them, and not a long time ago, like recently. You know,
Yeah.
in the past 10 years, they mined all that. Fucking crazy. But it's so
Yeah.
good. That's definitely, that was going to be my recommendation, but I got another one today.
Yeah, that was the best. I can't remember. I was talking about that with somebody just the other day. The whole idea of the premise of the show being they're doing sketches, but they're doing sketches under the guise of being a television channel.
A network.
So they're a network.
Yeah.
So they have to do these sketches as TV. They're like TV shows. So they're actors in the sketches. So John Candy is playing Johnny LaRue,
Yeah.
and Johnny LaRue is playing the maitre d' in the Monster Chiller horror theater production of 3D House of Beef. Like they just have the levels of it. And then they go to like a talk show where one of the characters from the movie is, an actor in the talk show. It just keeps going and all these levels.
It's so many levels. I love it, man.
Eugene
So-
Levy and John Candy and
Yeah,
Joe
they had the
Flaherty,
best.
Andrea
Joe Flaherty.
Martin, Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
It is.
that's probably like the best
Bob and
cast
Doug.
ever, right? Isn't that the best ensemble for a
Yeah.
sketch cast?
I would say it's right up there with Monty Python, and Martin Short joined after the
Yep.
first season. So you add Martin Short to that fucking
Mhm.
mix. Come on.
Yeah. Now John Candy, he didn't he die like at 30 something, or was it even before that?
No, yeah, he was like 30. Yeah, he was in his late
In his
30s.
30s, yeah.
Yeah, he was the best, man.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he did, like you were saying. I just watched that the Thanksgiving one that you see every
Planes,
year.
Trains, and Automobiles.
And he's just
Seasonal.
yeah, such a likable weirdo. And then I saw there was another clip that was floating around on that was from just extras where he's just eating a bag of chips and smoking a cigarette in the airport, which really seems weird now, but watching him do that shit, or maybe he's eating a burger and smoking a cigarette or something. It was just like like I think anything that you removed of John Candy from that movie would be entertaining to see.
Yeah.
He was
Just
like
seeing Uncle Buck when he's eating cereal out of the box while he's sitting on the couch, and he spills it on himself, but he's got the vacuum cleaner, so he just starts vacuuming the fucking cereal off of his body. Great.
And and he was great as in the Stripes too.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I'm here to lose a little weight. Oh yeah, that wrestling scene too that was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
There he is.
Yeah. And it was like the anniversary of his death or something recently.
Yeah. That was great. We miss you, John.
Yeah. Long line of fucking funny big dudes that came out of the John, not out of Saturday Night Live, but
dude, he died in March.
Belushi, Farley, huh?
He died in March.
Okay.
Well, it was within the last year.
Man, well, yeah, it was last year. It had to be or he's not dead.
And he was 40.
John Candy retired from making movies and just retired with Gene Hackman. Hackman retired from movies. He's still around.
Yeah, he's not looking so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice when people disappear from public view when they start. I mean, I'm starting to get up to but I'm not disgusting. Creepy, I feel like they drag out Lee Corso. They should have phased Lee Corso out last year, but this year they drag him out, and then he can't even sit for 2 segments. They have him, they go put him in a tent and keep him warm or whatever, and then he comes out and slurs out some stuff, and you're reminded that he used to be entertaining, but
who is this guy?
New stuff isn't working. Huh?
Who is this guy?
Lee Corso. He's on
college
football game day, and he does the game day college show, and that's him, and he'll put on the headgear, but now he's just kind of gotten past feeble. And he's still he's missed a few weeks, and but he's it's like it's just another year. It's like if they drag him out another year, it's just like they're just sticking it to the viewers. They go, you're gonna die too, and we're just leaving Leon here.
Yeah,
we feel bad for him. But
remember when they pushed Kirk Douglas out onto the stage at the Oscars?
Mm-hmm.
It was like 103.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They just did it to a woman last year.
Liza, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Liza.
Of course she's gonna gleam up and put on a shine, but why? Why do you want people to remember her, looking like this? I don't know what Bob Denver looked like at the end. Thank you, Bob. Phasing it out eventually.
Kirk Douglas, man. Jeez, look at that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he must have ate a lot of pussy too.
Beauty and the Beast.
It looks like he just ate some pussy.
Yeah, he didn't know when to quit. That guy.
Look at him look up at
Catherine Zeta.
That's his
Still
daughter-in-law,
trendy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, probably why he's still alive.
Uh-huh. Man,
He's dead now, though, right? Did he die? I think he died finally.
Don't know. Let's see here. Sure, it'll come up.
Be funny if that's the age, whatever age you make it, if that's the age you are in heaven.
Died February 5th, 2020.
Oh man, right before COVID. He probably had COVID.
Yeah, he might have been an innovator. He was once again an innovator.
Yep.
Leading the pack of Hollywood. Remember at the beginning of COVID, we figured, like fucking a bunch of celebrities would die from COVID. It's been pretty disappointing on that front.
Yeah, we only lost a couple of like good musicians, like John.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
Prine.
there were some
John
folk
Prine,
singers
and
took
then,
it hard.
there was
Yeah.
another guy, like from the Afghan Wiz.
Joe
or something.
Diffie.
Well, it's
Joe
also
Diffie?
like a late, like old schoolers too took it hard, like you're saying. Like, who a lot of people in the Negro leagues died from COVID. Probably, I don't know. I can't back it up, but that's a vulnerable group.
You're just willing to make that statement based on probabilities.
Right. And didn't Hank Aaron died in that time frame? Is that I know he was the first person. That's when I first realized that the anti-COVID, anti-vax people would go, claiming that Henry Aaron died from the COVID vaccine. Which is like, wow, they'll go and I didn't know it was a thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fucking snowing here.
Really?
It started looking like a sideways hail, and now it's good, like a full-on snowstorm here.
Oh man,
It always makes me want to do cocaine, and it's like I don't even know anybody to call in town or anything, but it just makes it. I guess it just falls out of the sky, and then there's like white on the rail, and you're like, step out and do a blast.
Everything's the bathroom, toilet.
It makes me want to do cocaine, sit in a bathtub, and have hot cocoa. Maybe listen to some goddamn Christmas music.
See, I do not think that all of the things you just described would be enhanced by being coked up.
Not coked up, just a lot, like I wouldn't do like 15 hot cocos neither.
You just want like a key bump and a fucking nice,
maybe a
warm cup
peppermint
with a
schnapps
marshmallow.
and Dean Martin on the deck singing a Christmas tune.
That'd be all right.
Yeah,
All right, you win me over.
weed and egg.
I'll grab a
smoke
tweener
pipe
and
while-
pop
Yeah.
by.
Well, Bing Crosby and dances with Danny fucking Kaye, and I'll just take a hit. Man, you guys do your thing. I've never really been a fan, but you guys, I've never been a fan of crooners. You guys know Mishka?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he
Shibuya, right?
reinstated me on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I started seeing
Wait,
posts.
what happened? He reinstated you?
Well, I was just minding my own business on the Facebook, and I see a Mishka post, and I typed on there, does this mean I'm not blocked anymore? And then he responded to it. But
What did he say?
He goes, no, you're not supposed, he made a joke out of it or whatever, or tried to. You know how Mishka can't make a joke out of anything. But I guess his hurt feelings are done being hurt, and in a moment of weakness he unblocked me from his Facebook, and then I realized, I forgot to block him on Facebook. So I know I have him on Instagram blocked and on the Twitter.
I talked to him. I had a nice time with him at Altercation Fest, but I think he still has me blocked on Twitter.
Yeah, you have to have a moment of, but he's sober, so he shouldn't, he's sober when he was sober when he blocked us.
Yeah.
So
does this disrupt your life at all? Does it really matter if Mishka blocks you?
Well, I don't know when he's crooning in my neighborhood if I don't get to follow him.
I mean,
yeah, you got to get the tour updates, Chaille. You cannot get in the tour updates.
I don't know.
You don't see the posts.
Yeah.
What if he comes through and plays the local open mic and you're not? What if he's doing a house show out in the neighborhood there?
More than likely, it's a house show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Backyard. You could do a bringer show in my backyard.
Yeah. Just Andy and the mailman Kevin and Mishka.
Wow, we flyered. We really thought there'd be a better turnout.
Yeah, everyone gets to do time. We're just going to rotate.
The best thing about performing in backyards is nobody checks for IDs.
That sounds creepy, Andy.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Like, for you saying that, that's creepy, like on your part.
Oh, well,
no, I think
just imagining. I don't do backyard shows, but I'm imagining that would be a thing.
In character.
You were doing the voice of Mishka.
Yeah, that's a character.
Okay.
Me being that's a crooner sitting on a,
That's what I like about high school
Wichita.
girls.
across from the high school at a bar in Wichita.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just smoke the weed here and enjoy the snowstorm, but it was not forecast.
Are you guys enjoying your World Cup soccer?
Loving it.
I've been watching it. Yeah, I kind of feel guilty watching it when I know you're at work. What days do you work? So I'll know which days I can enjoy.
Today was the first day that I've watched 2 full games of soccer. I watched one game on Thanksgiving, and then I take that back. I watched 2 games last Saturday, so I have to watch today. They were great games today. I'm excited.
Yeah, good day to watch, man, with Japan.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out from here. Anytime the big clubs lose, it's great. So,
well, it's interesting because that's why I was voting for getting behind Costa Rica. It's like, oh, how awesome would that be if Costa Rica gets in and then these big teams don't? Like
if Costa Rica lost to Germany 4-2, but at one point they were winning 2-1 in the second half. Now, if they would have held on to win that game, they would have completed one of, for sure. And this is like Andy, I didn't look this up, but this would have been for sure the only time this has happened. They would have gone through and made it to the next round with Japan. And that would have meant that Costa Rica would have lost their first game 7-0 and then still gone through to the next round, while the team that beat them 7-0 wouldn't have. And I can promise you nothing like that has ever happened before. But then, of course, Germany ruined all of that by coming back to and being Germany. It was exciting.
I've tried to watch some of it, but I've found, much like UFC, I'm not a fan of the fake wrestling aspect of it.
I don't think. I mean,
I think there's less of that this time around than
what on the
there's
field.
Some of that. There's some of that
where they trying to draw the fouls and they.
Well, I mean, yeah, they always
like ridiculous.
Chad. Here's one thing about it that people think that. And they do that. They try to game the referee.
They draw the foul,
and they try to draw fouls, and sometimes they make it look like they're hurt worse than they are. Absolutely correct. But there are other times where it looks like they're overdoing it. But what people don't understand, I think, is that if you get your foot stepped on by someone wearing metal cleats, and you have the tops of those shoes are super light. They're hardly any material on them at all. And those are 1 inch or 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch metal cleats on the bottom of those shoes. They fucking hurt. You get your foot stepped on, or you get kicked, or you get raked down your ankle or your Achilles. It will drop you.
Chad's not buying
in
it.
a second. I know everyone thinks soccer
they drop
players
with
are
it,
grass fairies, but they're tougher than you think. I'll stand by.
I saw one dude flick another guy in the ear, and he fucking almost did a backflip.
That happened. That video's been floating around forever. That didn't happen at the World Cup this time.
No,
that's fake news.
No, but I did see that one when I was trying to show Jenny, because Jenny was like, "What are you fucking laughing at?" Because I saw it while I was watching the thing, and then I couldn't show her what it was, so I had to show her online, and I was like, "Look at," and I was like, "Oh no, well this didn't happen, but look at this one."
You watch Christian Pulisic charge in and score that goal that he scored against Iran.
That was amazing.
And get fucking kicked right in the fucking balls.
Abdominal trauma.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
that's more than a nut kick there.
You got it. But it's been I've been enjoying it. I'm excited because now I can watch 3 days. I finally made it at work to the point of making it to having a 4-day work week, which was the deal when they hired me 9 months ago. So
you're probably first in line for one of those discs they're gonna put in people's heads.
I might already be in there, dude. I've been,
you might dig around behind and see if you got any.
I wondered what I could feel something back there.
I'll tell you, I'm loving the Starlink, man. I'm a
Chad
fan.
doesn't like it no more.
What happened, Chad?
Well, they said I use too much internet, so they throttle me.
Born.
So they slow my internet down all the
I mean,
time.
we have 4 structures here. We have cameras, we have everything. We don't have any problem with data. How much what are you doing? Downloading the Library of Congress?
Twitch.
Most of the time I'm streaming audiobooks throughout the day, pretty much all the time. So
he's live streaming porn from that shipping container in his backyard.
The shipping container facility.
Shipping container porn.
Oh yeah.
It's,
that guy's not even hurt right there.
But they have cocks lined up here, so I should be switching soon.
They what?
Well, they just put Cox cable.
Oh, you're gonna be off the Starlink?
Yeah.
What happens when you get off of Starlink? Do you can you sell that receiver,
You can, yeah.
router?
You can, yeah. The
And then someone just registers it under their name and then
Yep.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. The Twitch subscribers donated and bought me this one, so I'm gonna just pass it on over to Prisoner Mike, who lives off the grid out between you and I in Bisbee there.
I think Erickson's hair stands up when you talk about leaving Starlink.
Like a cat that runs into another cat in the alley.
Neuralink.
It's in the sensor.
Beep, beep. It's honing in on the fucking.
Now Chad's gonna start getting several calls about what can we do to improve your Starlink service.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to buy a car?
Yeah, I'll take one, man.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a visit from it's called a shepherding call. I had to look it up, but it's a couple of dudes from the Jehovah Witness Church come over,
Mm-hmm.
and they come over after Thanksgiving, which we didn't really celebrate, but we did have we had a pumpkin pie. So this is a couple of days ago, and then I went to go get a pie after these brothers came and interviewed my wife, 2 of them.
The shepherds?
Shepherding. They were shepherding her.
They were shepherds?
They were the ones shepherding, I guess, like checking her out. Something like that. Anyway, they ate pie. This is a church that these are guys from a church that's not supposed to recognize Thanksgiving, and here's a pumpkin pie, and then they help eat it. It's like, what the fuck?
But they still eat.
Yeah, but anyway, they shouldn't have had my. I can't be sure. I think one of those was. I don't know. If I can,
so you were being hospitable and offered them pie, and you're mad that they ate it.
But if the pie is not being served with the Thanksgiving dinner, it's just pie
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's the best case scenario if you're doing that, is that they have something to feed you. I mean, I can't imagine just sitting around listening to somebody. I get nervous when I talk about this.
Is that what, you're afraid there's shepherds
I get disassociated, and then I won't have a dessert anymore. But this is I didn't think I was going to get pie, so I went and bought myself a pie, and then she made a pie. So I was like, I've been eating a lot of fucking pumpkin pie lately. So I had a hidden pie, which you feel like, it's like when you're drinking alone, or like when you have a pie and you're working on it alone.
Yeah, you've already eaten the whole thing.
I came up with my daughter goes, so you're just having kind of a self-giving. I go, yeah, selfish Thanksgiving. I had a pie myself. It's like it's what happens when you start.
I didn't know. So Jehovah's Witnesses don't do Thanksgiving either. Did they do any sort of?
No, not any holidays. No celebrations, right?
Yeah.
There's only one, and that's the one
Erections.
144,000 get to arise.
Yeah.
I
I guess, because it's like, why celebrate? You know, it's like, you know, let's wait till the
How do
game's
they
over.
convince people that this is a good? Is it just people who hate parties or like, yeah, you know what, parties suck. I don't like partying.
They draw you in with
Like
the
party.
opposite of that, though. Yeah.
Fuck fun.
Fuck
Uh-uh.
fun.
That's the
But I
sales.
mean,
pitch.
I think
Yeah.
just
we have
eating,
a pamphlet. Pamphlets
I
are
think
fun.
just eating the pie is a celebration.
Right. And
Could
I mean,
be
that's-
argued.
the pie is a pie or a cake or a cupcake.
Cakes
the
are out.
accoutrement.
Cakes
Those are
out.
accoutrements of a celebration.
Right. That's paraphernalia. That's party
You know,
paraphernalia.
I think you guys have won me over. I think if you eat pumpkin pie within 3 days of Thanksgiving, you know what the fuck you're doing.
You know where that pie came
Fucking
from.
right.
celebrator.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
Yeah.
was this a Thanksgiving pumpkin pie or is this a regular pumpkin pie? There's no such thing as a regular
Yeah.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
They're all Thanksgiving pie.
Yeah.
No one would be eating pumpkin pie unless it was
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
well, where the fuck do you think this fucking pumpkin pie came from, you cocksucker?
Oh, I just happen to have a pumpkin pie here. Oh, really?
I could have set up. I considered setting up like a listening device, but they shepherded. They came like I was expecting them at a certain time, and they were already here. I was like, oh, that's
Well,
shepherding.
Andy, if you're 10 minutes early, you're on time with the shepherds.
Right, yeah. So they were already, and I think that, and like Chad said, they schedule these things around the season. Oh, here's some non-Christmas cookies. Just happen to have them right around the holiday.
Yeah, this is
can you break that in half? I can't eat a Santa.
Yeah.
I can eat an amorphous shape, but
It's just a
I'm
fat
not
guy.
Santa.
That's a tradition I miss, was being Santa and eating, working my way through the Christmas cookies. It's like, like 4 or 5 cookies is fucking.
Wait, you because you were playing the
Santa.
part of Santa,
We
you got
put
to
out
eat
a
all
plate
the
of
cookies?
cookies. We put out a plate of cookies, and they make good cookies around, or used to. Back when we celebrated, we'd have good cookies. Now we don't. But
As an adult, you can buy cookies whenever you want.
I know, that's the thing. I got other sources.
I got a cookie guy.
But we had some good ones, and then I would get real high. And then that was like Santa. Was a lot of it was just being outside and getting stoned. Then you come in.
But you'd go outside in your role as Santa?
Oh yeah. Santa was like, I was like, I'm getting a character. I was
You were method?
Santa, but when I came in, I was Santa. Out there, it was just like, yeah, how am I gonna do this?
Smoking and going through your lines.
The worst
ho,
is-
ho, ho, ho,
Ho, ho, ho.
ho,
Ho, ho, ho.
ho, ho, ho,
Ho,
then-
ho, ho, ho.
ho, 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 ho,
And then I would find myself
mine.
scarfing down a plate of cookies, leaving just a little bit, and then leaving, Santa's not that hungry, but he would eat most of it.
Well, I think that's a
I do.
perfect invitation right there, Andy. Let's put up Andy's. Let's everyone send Andy some Christmas cookies.
Oh man, I got somebody did that last year from the crumbs. Crumbs is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The big
Oh,
fat
man.
fucking cookies.
Wait, Crumbs is a brand?
Yeah,
I've
Like a
heard
chain
of
or
that.
something?
yeah.
Guess we need to have Andy's address up for sending.
Somebody I told Chad about this. That somebody
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going
I
to
don't have his
Vegas.
address.
Sad announcement. I'm not making it to Vegas. Not that anyone thought I was going, but somebody was like, "Hey man, I want to help you go to Vegas." And then I looked and my PayPal was froze up from a sticker situation that I got it taken care of. But I sent, it's like, hey man, I got it fixed or whatever. Just having it. It's like,
Like
Wait a
the
minute.
easiest thing to
Stickers?
fulfill.
Stickers that you were giving out for free.
I was selling.
You somehow.
They didn't get there. And then
Did-
when
wait,
somebody
wait,
says,
Andy,
hey,
Andy,
I
hold
think
on,
it's just
hold
like
on.
this.
Andy,
Mhm.
did you send them and they didn't get there? Or did they not get
Oh,
sent?
no, I did. I
and
don't
they-
remember the order.
I know what the answer
So
is.
it was it was one of them long, because I stopped looking for that shit. Like those things froze up, but I don't know, I thought that froze up. I wasn't getting anything because it froze up, or was it froze up because it was just froze up? But either way, I was delinquent on it. I got them sent out and everything, but I had to go I had to reset the whole thing. Like, man, no.
Doesn't someone have to turn you in then if they don't get your?
Yeah, if you don't get it, then you can report to PayPal and go,
So
hey,
someone
I
who
got this.
ordered stickers from Andy Andrist didn't get their stickers and then turned Andy in to
think they
PayPal
wanted-
and
but I
froze
think
his
they-
PayPal account. Who
I
the
think they
fuck are you?
they
And why
come-
would
I
you
think-
do that? Just
I think they
Hold on
complained to
now.
go, hey
Andy
man, I didn't
didn't
get my
fucking-
stickers, and then I'm supposed
Yeah,
to
but
go.
just fucking tweet at him and say,
I
hey
agree
bro,
with
I
you.
didn't fucking get my
Email
sticker.
Andy first.
It kind of
Yeah,
goes
we-
against
we
the
just-
spirit of the cancer thing, but
right. He
but it's a
fucking-
reminder also for me that life is a cancer, and living, living or dying, it's the
Yeah.
same. You still have to deal with shit. So that is in fact a cancer.
Obligations, man.
But
People are a
so I'm back up on PayPal and Venmo. But I think
Right on.
the economy crashed, man. Things that people are fucking suffering, man, and people living in tents and shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not happy about it. It's just I laugh because I cry. I want my bike back. I don't care how poor you are, give me back my bike. Because I know when people are really down and out, they take bikes apart and then they put them in shopping carts or on top of their car, and they don't ride them though. Very rarely do you see somebody riding their bike around.
What?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm thinking of there's this car that I posted a picture a while back, but it's just like fucking like 30 bike frames on it's like it looks like a pirate ship, but it's a car with just shit, and there's even like it sticks way up in the air of shit, like garbage and shit. I'll show you a picture. I'll send you a picture.
And wait, so you saw a picture of some weird artist that put a bunch of bikes on his car.
No, it's
Now
not
you think
art.
that
This
people
isn't
who
art.
steal
This is
bikes
public
don't-
news. There's a
use
fine line
them.
between art and public nuisance, and this is public nuisance. This is a guy who's working with fucking methamphetamine.
But my point is
Is this it, Andy? Is this what you're talking about?
No, that's a guy riding a bike.
Well, if it's a bunch of bike frames or it's framed out like
The
that.
fuck is he doing, man?
I think he's doing hey, we're gonna share the road with you, so we're gonna take the same
I'm gonna
amount of
show you
space
how
as-
much space
Yeah.
your car takes up, you fucking
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Wow, that's like a semi truck. What an asshole.
No, he's got a bunch of guys. They're proving a
Uh-huh.
point.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you tell?
Yeah, but it's like when you prove a point, you want to be like, oh, that's it. I get it. You don't have to go.
You don't
Huh.
wanna-
Well,
Yeah, at
I
some
guess what
point
they're
while they
trying
were
to say.
at some point while they were sticking those tubes together and taping them together, somebody was like, well, what are we doing again?
What's our point
What
again?
are we doing with this? Like, no, you see, it's like it's gonna be in the shape of a car, but we'll be on our bikes, and it's gonna be a car thing, and then it's gonna be the size of the thing the car would be. It's gonna hit hard, man. It's gonna hit hard. Now put your tubes together, bro.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I
And
sent
then
you.
it rained that day, and those guys were like, ah, fuck.
Uh-huh. You need a poncho. Let's go to the poncho store. No, man, she's gonna fuck up the integrity of the design.
Yeah. You know who's dry in all those pictures right there? All the people in cars.
In cars.
Uh-huh. I thought about my dad bringing back my dad's tradition of dowsing somebody today.
Eating puddles.
Yeah, but it's like, it is like, it feels like you're punching down because you are in a car.
Andy, there's a thing called dowsing.
Is
You're
it?
talking
Yeah.
about driving a car close
And-
enough
yeah.
to a puddle in the gutter
Yeah.
to splash
wait,
the
yeah.
pedestrians.
Uh-huh. It's just somebody set up, and I
We're going to
noticed
look
it.
for a water source below the water
It was a
table.
lot of rain and stuff, but it's like, man, I don't think people would find it as. I don't think people found it funny when my dad did it. I don't think anyone's ever probably been going, oh fuck yeah, okay, you got me. Because if it's wet
That's my
enough to
fault.
be,
I shouldn't have been walking next to this puddle.
yeah,
man.
it
That's
doesn't
on me.
happen in the summer when people are like really hot and then there's a big puddle
It's
of
still gross. It's the
cool
gutter.
water.
Yeah.
My dad did it to people he knew, so it was like kind of probably payback. I don't think the Wart Woman deserved it. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Your dad doused the Wart Woman?
He doused her one time, yeah. And I had to deliver a newspaper, and I felt like I was going to have to break down. Lady, man, I wouldn't look at her in her face because it was fucking. She was a Wart Woman, man.
Yeah,
like her face was like hundreds of warts.
that's not
like
good.
skin
And that's,
tags.
I
or
guess,
warts?
how my dad come up with the funny nickname, the Wart Woman.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to overthink the name, you know, like you can overthink it and just, you know, another soccer term, take the easy pass.
Yeah, I think her
You
name.
know, if there's an easy pass in front of you with the ball, you just take it. Don't hesitate. Take the easy pass. It's Wart Woman. Let's move on to the next one.
Oh,
Yeah.
guys, I'll tell you right now, don't Google search Wart Woman.
Yeah,
I'm gonna back this out.
but she liked to get the local news, so I had to deliver the paper to her and collect them, treat her like a regular
Chaille's
person.
gonna throw up.
Pretty bad.
I want to see it now.
It was just, it was a collage. It was like everything that came up.
It's a,
Not
yeah,
going
there's a disease or something you could.
Yeah, warts.
warts.
I remember seeing it first on there was an American Indian, and my dad's dad had a collection of circus freak photos. He like played trumpet outside of this fat lady's tent back in the day.
Your dad
For a
did?
circus. My dad's
Grandpa.
dad.
Oh,
And there was a Indian who was 106 years old. That's what it said, 106, and his face was, he had the wart thing going. You couldn't even really tell he was American Indian. You just had to take their word for it. They could have gone the other direction and called him the 100-year-old potato face. But yeah, so hanging out with freaks has been
He's
in my
more
family.
potato than man.
And there was the fat woman, not that much, really bigger than, you know, pre-surgery Levine.
Yeah.
You know, back
Well,
then,
America
just like,
clearly
it was-
has.
yeah, like see, I mean, yeah. But there was also a skinny dude, yeah, but he had a I don't know if I still maybe have the photo album of all these freaks, little people and shit. But it must have been kind of fun.
those are the staples, you know.
Yeah, it would have been fun to hang, you know, to see life and through his eyes in them days. He's out, I think he was just out of the military and playing trumpet outside of a circus tent. Like, man, how did you
Was
get
he
that
was
gig?
he blowing the trumpet to bring people to the tent?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it
He
was?
was doing busker stuff for the
like a
circus freaks.
Barker.
Or Barker, yeah. Yeah, busker on the outside, Barker on the inside. It depends on how you see life, man.
Oh.
I think buskers are barkers. Especially
Yeah,
that
those fat
James
people in
Frost.
that picture, they're not even they're not that fat.
That guy?
No,
Are you kidding me?
that guy's puffing his pants. I mean, that's that
Oh,
dude.
You're calling him on the carpet because you think he's making himself look bigger than he is.
I think
Yeah, he's got babies in there. Look at that baby next to him. He's got a couple of those babies.
That's Tom Thumb, General Tom Thumb, dude. That was like the most successful sideshow
Yeah.
freak.
And one of the
Okay.
world's smallest tap dancers. Maybe did he dance? He should have.
Again, you're just going with probabilities.
Well, what would you do with a little person? You know?
Look, his feet are already so close to the ground.
Uh-huh.
I remember
Or
in,
right, make him just kind of stand there and then make tap dancing noises. You're like,
Oh,
I
so
can't.
fake it?
Yeah, you're like, I don't know, man. I guess he was tap dancing. He's so tiny. Couldn't tell if his feet were moving so fast. I couldn't see that his legs were moving at all. It's like how I saw Riverdance, you know, like I was too close, and so I really couldn't see there.
But you were too close to the dancing.
Yeah, we got. I think it was like a purchase I made, and I got it too close. So you didn't really see their feet.
Wait,
It's just kind of.
what do
You were
mean?
too close to actually enjoy the
Well, like
dancing.
3 rows back or whatever. So heads, and it
The
was
stage
like,
was so high and you were so
Yeah.
close to the stage that you could only see the top half of the performers.
Mostly, you know, we'd see the front row or whatever, but it was like, you know, a lot of that shit went on back further. So yeah, you know,
live and learn.
I was way more disappointed in Cats, and I think I saw that as it was supposed to be presented. You know, I wasn't too close for Cats to go, but I don't think I would have liked Riverdance 4 rows back, but it was disappointing that, you know, a lot of the shit was like under our radar.
Yeah, literally.
You basically had obstructed view seats.
Mm-hmm. For the free,
It seems like that's a
yeah, no one
should have taken to the theater manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, well,
You
that's
can't
the
see their
suckers.
feet. You're just watching them bounce up and down like this.
Suckers who'll get those seats. Hell, if it's about the feet, you want to be
Andy,
back.
you're the sucker who wanted to sit as close as possible.
I don't know how I ended up with those, but I mean, I hate I don't hate the theater because I saw that South Park one, and that was fucking the one they did the play with the Mormons.
Oh, the Mormon.
That was good, but I mean, I've been to a lot of productions and shit. I've been to like probably at least a half a dozen, if not a dozen, Nutcrackers alone.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I saw
like the Nutcracker.
Huh?
What? The thing you were talking about was Book of Mormon, but why don't you like the Nutcracker?
I just said that. I mean, that's an example. I've seen that, so I've seen it about a dozen times. I don't, but I just never. I mean, I don't know. It's like I think the theater, you know, for the most part, I fall asleep in it, whether I'm rested or not.
I saw Wicked, and that was really good.
Did you get a blowjob after? Yeah. That's like
What?
bigger theater.
What did you ask me?
Andy, wait,
That's like that South Park where they got
South Park reference.
you go take your wife to go see Wicked, and then there's all these
You get a
subliminal
blowjob?
messages about getting blowjobs in the music.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, that's why. I mean, but
that's
I mean,
big
it's a good
production shit.
blowjob, but it's also a good show. Wicked is a good, enjoyable show.
Well, I guess, I mean, you know, now they kind of have bigger productions and shit with stuff. But like when I saw, I don't know, Cats was just, I just hated it. I mean, I hated it. I wanted to block, I wanted to put my fingers in my ears, just go, fuck, I don't want to hear, you know, and then I'd hear, then it would get in, it just bleeds into the music of it. It's just,
why did you go see Cats? Was that you and your wife?
I was just didn't know how to, I don't know how to say no to shit, you know? Like, I mean, back then I did, if it was something I was just like, you know what, I'd rather not go to that. You know, I cried through the Mikado.
The Mikado?
Mikado, yeah. It's like a fucking half an opera, man.
That's a tough one, man.
It's like a half an opera.
Yeah, fucking yum.
It's a
Yum Yum. I think so. You've seen the Mikado and Cats, which means you've seen Yum Yum and Tum Tum.
Yeah, that's the shit I didn't. Yeah, it's like, man, fuck this. And it was throughout the whole thing. They kept saying that because they were main characters, and yeah, and just kind of the overall theme of it, man. And I like cats, you know. I hang out with them.
No, you like cats as pets.
I hate
them. So wait, so
you were
angry that Power of the Dog had no dog, but angry that Cats was too much about cats.
Well, I think it's somebody's interpretation of cats being melodramatic fucking assholes.
Well, that's what cats are. Oh my god. You should have gone to see The Power of Cat.
Yeah, that'd be a good play.
We're losing Chad again.
Chad doesn't like politics or plays
or cats.
He doesn't like anything that starts with P.
Holy shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Well, I could start with the recommendation.
Yeah, let's jump into it.
I did see one movie. I can't remember the name of it, but it was about the guy. Oh, it's called Scream Queen, and it's the guy who was the protagonist in Freddie's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And it's a documentary about him because I guess the movie was written so gay that he basically left show business. And it is pretty.
That's what.
Do you remember? Have you? I've never seen the movie. I wasn't really into Nightmare on Elm Street, but number two was written by a guy. And there's a sadomasochist scene with towel snapping in a locker room and dancing with remember what's his name, Billy Squire. One where he's writhing around on the bed and it basically ruined his career.
Yeah,
the video. Lonely as the Night, was that?
Rock Me Tonight.
No, it wasn't
Rock Me Tonight. Yeah. Well,
Rock
this
Me
guy
Tonight.
basically did that kind of thing, dancing, and it ruined his fucking life, man.
Mhm.
And he's been in hiding for years, and he had a career before that. He was on a sitcom and stuff.
Yeah, Mick Jagger was successful at prancing, but Billy Squire didn't get away with it for that one video.
Oh, dude, this thing, I'll put a clip on this episode and we'll pull it up.
Of the Billy Squire
is the story of this guy.
It's called Scream Queen. How Freddie's Revenge ruined my life.
Is he not gay?
He's very gay.
So he's very gay, but it was still too gay.
But remember, this was when the guy who wrote it was like, no, he just gayed it up. That's the problem. Well, he lied by saying that. And this was AIDS Hollywood. So people if you were gay, no one was out in Hollywood. If you can believe there was a time when nobody was out in Hollywood, it was in the 80s and 90s that people were not out as actors.
Freddie wasn't woke back then.
No, not at all.
Wait, wouldn't that go against?
Wait a minute.
Freddie was too
I
woke.
don't think that you even realize how good Freddie wasn't woke.
Well, I needed a title.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's called Scream Queen. It's on Turner Classic Movies. That's where I saw it. I guess that's my recommendation.
All right. I got mine is on Showtime. It was McEnroe. It's about John McEnroe. It's a really well done documentary, and I thought he'd get into apologizing or any of that shit. They steer clear of that.
Is it a documentary?
Yeah, it's fairly new too.
I love
they dive into him, but they don't dive into him in a way that you'll feel sorry for him or anything. You get to you kind of experience him as being just a fucking genius at tennis and fucking weird.
He's great, man.
Yeah.
I like John McEnroe.
And also it was interesting the way he palled around with the other tennis players and stuff, and the fucking can't think of it, Bjorn Borg, and then the other dude before him, which is like these long-haired fucking gods, and they all kind of hung out and shit and did blow and
Mats Wilander.
Yeah. So you get into the kind of the inside world, a lot of cool footage.
All right.
Check
I don't
that
have
one
Showtime.
out.
I gotta figure out how to get that. I like John McEnroe a lot.
I've been sick, so I've watched fucking so much TV. I have about 9 that I could dump on you guys. So I'm gonna do 2 real quick.
All right.
One on Netflix is called Pepsi. Where's My Jet?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Did you
saw
guys
that.
see that one? Okay.
I've heard about it.
Watch it, Andy. I ended up binging all 3 episodes in a row. It was pretty interesting and takes some weird turns.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And then the second one then is on Peacock, and it's called Dangerous Breed: Crime, Cons, and Cats.
Is there cats in it?
About
Tum-tum.
a wrestler. He's the nephew of Bret Hart. And even I know that is, and I'm not even a wrestling
Didn't he die in the ring, Bret Hart?
No, I think he's still out there. I'm not sure. I don't know. So this kid was like
Yeah,
the
I-
youngest dude signed to the wrestling at 18. The problem with this guy is he never really understood that this was supposed to be a persona. He just adopted this wrestling thing and went with it full time all the time. And at one point, this guy started filming him for like a reality show that never came to fruition, but he filmed him for a long time, over a bunch of years, and a bunch of crazy shit happens.
What's that called?
Wow.
Dangerous breed.
That's the one with the cats. Dangerous.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
interested in
that
this.
uh-huh.
The
I
cat
like
breeder.
madness.
Yeah, there's definitely cats in it.
Yeah.
Got some nice long hairs.
It's pretty interesting to watch.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool. All right. I actually did watch some stuff this week. I watched on Hulu the Jerry Falwell Jr. story. Have you
Mhm.
seen that one?
Yeah,
It's called
yeah.
God Forbid.
Uh-huh.
What a fall from grace. Fuck that guy. Watching that, and my favorite part about watching that is that this dude fucking blew it by, letting his cuck story get out. But watching him get drunker and drunker as the story progresses, like every time he's giving a speech, he's a little drunker than the speech he gave, a week before that.
Oh, Falwell?
Falwell, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can really see toward the end him slipping into alcoholism, and he's like giving speeches in mega churches and 20,000 people, and he's slurring his words, and
he's doing that during the service.
Well, services, speeches he was giving, any sort of public appearance, he was drinking.
Liberty College was
heavily.
his.
Yeah,
that was his thing. That
he
was
was
his
getting
money
aced out of Liberty
laundering.
University, but yeah, like when he was endorsing Trump, and they were, before it all blew up in his face, he was really on top of the fucking world, man. He was running this empire, and he could do whatever he wanted, but he was just a real hardcore alcoholic. It got out of control for him for a little while. He's like, listening to him slur his words is like this little sliver of hilarious humanity to me, and inside of this, terrible person. He deserves everything he gets. Every bad thing that happens to him, he deserves. But,
and his wife
watching
what
him
she got
basically
too.
blow it by being a fucking alcoholic was kind of the best little topping on it.
Yeah.
It
they
wasn't
got pretty,
just the
messy.
hypocrisy of the the life he pretended to live, and the way he projected other people should live while he was not doing it at all. It was also the fact that he was such a fucking problem drinker. And I've been a drinker all my life, and I've never slurred like that. And that just makes me feel better than you, Jerry Falwell Jr. Fuck you.
I don't know, that time at Ron White's house where you and I stayed up all night.
Oh, I've hit the curb a few times.
All right.
I'm saying this dude is on a daily, like he was. And the thing is, Chaille, we knew we were fucked up. When this is giving his speeches and slurring his words, he's in that mode of thinking no one can tell he's drunk. Yeah. Like he's drinking.
We were trying to go to work.
Right. He thinks he's getting away with it. And that always is interesting to me when you catch somebody slipping like that.
Yeah. And
what a piece of shit that guy is.
Yeah.
His dad was a fucking piece of shit. A terrible, terrible family. Without the Falwells, this whole Roe v. Wade abortion thing would have none of it ever would have happened.
It's interesting, that one, it's just that pool boy, and just, he's in the middle of all that shit with, Trump.
I assume that was part of his downfall, because I see a pool imagery and
the story is told from the pool boy. He's the main character. He tells his whole story, and he's not even the pool boy. He was just, he worked at the hotel, and that was what he was doing that day.
Handing out towels.
Yeah.
Or working
he was on towel duty one day, and he's like, now I'm pool boy for the rest of my fucking life. But then he was just banging his wife for, years. And they were like, the relationship was just insane.
Was that to try and get a better nickname?
Yeah. Like to move up, at least a gardener. Can I move up? No, we've got fucking a Latinx guy there.
Yeah, sexier. Desk clerk. The desk clerk guy.
I've also started watching White Lotus. Have you been watching the new White Lotus?
It didn't catch me like the first season did, but the
Me
further
too.
into it, you have to remember.
I'm not all the way done. So
the
don't
first
say anything.
episode, people are dead, floating, and there's one chick that's
Wait, are you telling the fucking?
It's the first episode.
Well, they do the same thing.
Foretell you.
So in season 1 of White Lotus, it opens up at the end, and then the whole thing's told in a flashback. And season 2 does. Season 2 does the same thing. It opens up with, and there's a dead person. So
there's a dead person floating.
The show trying to figure out who the dead person's going to be.
Well, there's a dead person floating, and then there's also other dead people on the property. I rewatched the episode 1 to refresh my memory. So at least 3 people are dead.
So far, I don't think it's anywhere near as good as season 1.
No, it's not as funny.
There's no Murray. There's no Murray Bartlett.
That was the entertainment value of that first one, was the interaction between him trying to upgrade his room and Murray avoiding everything and falling into that bag of drugs. Was hilarious, and there's nothing like that entertainment wise this season.
Jennifer Coolidge is fantastic again. She's the best. She
had a line in the last episode. She goes, sometimes I think I should have just given that opened that spa with that black woman, spiritual woman. And then she goes, do you think she cast a spell on me? That's a great callback to season 1, but she's like having regrets that she didn't just finance that spa that she promised to finance. And Jennifer Coolidge is awesome.
It's still pretty good. I'm still enjoying it, but
I had to Google. I was watching Seinfeld, and it was Jerry was dating a masseuse, and the masseuse wouldn't give him a back rub. It was Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, really?
I was why does she seem familiar? And then I looked her
up. You don't
up.
remember her? She was also in all those Christopher Guest movies, or at least a couple of them.
Mockumentaries.
Yeah, she was in Best in Show. She was great.
What was she in that?
It was her and Jane Lynch were the 2 lesbian dog owners that were like the best. Jane Lynch was like the best dog trainer out there, Jennifer Coolidge was the money.
And they did they did a coffee table book of dogs dressed up.
Right.
At the end,
Coolidge has been always entertaining.
She's fantastic.
She started out as a model. Good. She's a really interesting life. I saw a documentary on her. She got really fucked up, and then she got sober, and she's got.
But she was fun before that.
Stifler's mom.
Like I said earlier in this episode, I have finally made it to the 4-day work week, and I think that everything's coming up Millhouse.
It's 4-day work week, but it's still 60+ hours.
It feels like it sometimes. It's fucked up that this is how conditioned I am. This is how conditioned I am to just being a fucking robot. And maybe the Neuralink is in there. I've been doing 60 to 70 hours a week for so long that cutting back to a 48 to 50 hour work week seems like I'm getting a vacation every week. Like that's what now I realize the conditioning that goes on. They work everyone so hard under these really, trying conditions because they know that some people will stay. They lose some of them, but the people who stay are willing to do anything. They know that now. And then they can cut it back a little bit, still be overworking you, but yet you're thankful for the cutback. It's kind of genius.
I feel like you remind me of those guys on the Nexium story.
The guy who branded the pussies.
Brett's just part of the cog of the early years.
I might be in it, dude. I might be in it.
Check for brands.
I can't see everywhere. I'm a little bigger than I used to be. So there might
Well,
be
I'm looking
some
forward to
stuff
seeing
under-
what, the next season though, what happens there.
I feel like I've been in a Freaky Friday with Elon because I used to be on Twitter all the time and he used to be at Tesla.
Oh, you guys have switched.
Mhm.
And now, ever since April, I'm never on Twitter. And he's
Yeah.
fucking it all up.
Yeah, you have to, it's like you have to dodge through things that you don't want,
It's
I
really
just
added a lot
go
of-
on Hive now. I don't
Really?
I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
no,
I
yeah.
got it, but I just did it just so I
Oh.
could say that.
I wish
don't
I was
recall
sitting on
either.
one. Yeah, I've said, I'm sending everything over to Tinder.
I'm a little bit thankful that it's going down because I was always going to be like, well, I'm not getting TikTok. I don't like Instagram. I'm not adding any more social media. I'm writing out the ones I have till they're gone. And when they're gone, I'm going to be done with it. So if they're going to, if Elon can hasten that for me, that's fine with me.
Yeah,
doing
it
a
feels
good
like
job.
that's what's going on, and it's kind of,
Over to you.
I'm not opposed to it. It's like, I mean, it's a mixed bag. You use social media for different things or whatever, but it's like all the people over the years that I've touched bases with from Facebook or whatever, it's about 10% that is probably good versus 90, which are people I did left behind and didn't
Well,
necessarily want to hear
And
from again.
also for us, we talk to directly all the people we care about on social media through the Issues with Andy Patreon at patreon.com/issues with Andy. And then we don't need any other social media. It's just all of us bonding together in a beautiful and harmonious way. So fuck Twitter, fuck Instagram, fuck TikTok. Join our Patreon. That's all you need. You get all the information you need to get through your day. We love you. We'll see you next time right back here on YouTube and Patreon. Later.